So this is the woman who got scammed 3 times, then investigated herself. Okay, so imagine this. You get scammed once, painful, embarrassing, expensive. But okay, maybe it happens. You're careless, you're tired, you trusted the wrong person. Then it happens again. Different year, different scam, different method. Now it starts feeling personal. Then it happens a third time. And this time something inside you breaks. Not because of the money, not even because of the scammers, because after the third scam, you realize the scariest pattern was not outside you. It was inside you. This is the story of a Filipino woman who was scammed 3 times, 3 years apart, by 3 complete different methods. A fake online seller, a romance investment scam, and a phishing attack that drained her e-wallet. At first, she thought she was unlucky. Then she spent 1 year studying every message, every decision, every emotional state, and every moment she ignored her own doubt. What she discovered was more disturbing than the scams themselves, because the scammers were different, but the version of her they targeted, that was always the same. So let's call her Marissa. Marissa was not stupid. That needs to be cleared from the beginning. She had a job, she managed bills, she helped her family, she knew how to use online banking. She was careful in many parts of her life. But between 2019 and 2023, she lost money 3 separate times. The first scam was small. An online seller offered discounted appliances. The page looked real. There were customers' reviews, delivery screenshots, and friendly replies. Marissa sent a deposit. Then the seller disappeared. The second scam was more painful. A man she met online spent months gaining her trust. He was kind, consistent, emotionally available, and always seemed to say the exact thing she needs to hear. Then came the investment opportunity. Small at first, then bigger, then urgent, then gone. The third scam was fast. A text message sent her e-wallet had a suspicious activity. She clicked the link, entered details, followed the verification steps, and within the minutes, the money was gone. 3 scams, 3 different playbooks, 3 different years. And after the third one, Marissa stopped asking, why are scammers like this? She started asking, why did I become reachable to them? So she did something most victims never do. She investigated herself. Not to shame herself, to understand herself. She opened old chat, read messages from the fake seller. She studied the romance scam conversation. She wrote the exact day she clicked the phishing link. Then she started looking for patterns. And at first she focused on the scam. The fake seller used social proof. The romance scams used emotional bonding. The phishing text used fear and urgency. Different tactic. But then she looked at her own life during each moment. And that's when she realized there was a pattern. During the first scam, she just has moved into a new apartment. I was trying to prove she could manage life independently. She wanted a good deal because money was tight, but she also wanted her place to feel complete. The scam did not just offer an appliance, it offered control. During the second scam, she was lonely, not dramatically lonely, not crying every night lonely, just quiet, tired of being the strong one for everyone else. The man did not just offer affection, he offered attention without demand. During the third scam, she was overwhelmed. Bills were due, her mother had medical expenses, work pressure was high, and when the text said her account was compromised, it landed directly on top of her already anxious mind. The phishing link did just not offer security, it offered immediate relief. And that was the thread. Every scam when Marissa was emotionally hungry for something, a bargain, a connection, a solution, not money exactly, she was looking for relief. That realization bothered her more than any lost peso because it meant the scammers had not defeated her intelligence, they had bypassed it. And they had found the moment when emotion was louder than analysis. So Marissa started building what she called before I got scam map. Before the fake seller, she remembered thinking, I need this now. Before the romance investment, she remembered thinking, he understands me. And before the phishing link, she remembered thinking, I have to fix this immediately. 3 different sentences, one shared structure, need, trust, urgency. That became her triangle. Whenever those 3 appeared together, her risk went up. Need made her flexible, trust made her less suspicious. Urgency made her move before verifying, and suddenly her scams made terrifying sense. The fake seller created trust with reviews, then urgency with limited stock. The romance scam created trust over months, then urgency with a time-sensitive investment. The phishing text created urgency first, then borrowed trust by pretending to be a financial platform. Different costumes, same emotional machine. That was when Marissa stopped thinking of scams of random attacks. She started seeing them as mirrors, mirrors of unmet needs. She realized she had spent years trying to be independent, loved, financially stable, and in control, but had never admitted how badly she wanted those things. So when someone offered them in the right package at the right vulnerable moment, she leaned in. Even when something felt wrong, even when the price was too good, even when the story had holes, even when her body knew before her mind did. So, what is the lesson? What actually broke the cycle? Not becoming paranoid, not deleting every app, not refusing to trust anyone ever again. Marissa changed the space between impulse and action. Marissa changed the space again, impulse and action. She created rules for the version of herself that gets scared, lonely, rushed, or hopeful. Rule 1, no financial decision while emotional. If she feels panic, excitement, loneliness, pressure, or desperation, the answer is automatically wait. So anytime you guys feel this emotion, wait before you make a financial decision. Rule 2, no private opportunity stays private. If someone says do not tell anyone yet, she tells someone immediately. Rule 3, urgency is treated as evidence against the offer. Real opportunities can survive questions. Real companies can survive verification. Real people can survive delay. A kind voice, a long conversation, or familiar logo is not verification. Rule 5, her feelings are data, not instructions. That was the biggest shift. Before, when Marissa felt relief, she followed it, not when she studies it. Why does this message make me feel safe? Why does this person feel familiar? Why do I want this to be true? That question saved her more money than any security tip, because the final defense against scam is not just information, it is self-awareness. Marissa still receives suspicious messages, she still sees fake offers, she still meets people online who seem to be perfect, but now she recognized the internal weather before the storm. The tight chest, the hopeful rush, the fear of missing out, the desire to be rescued from a problem, and instead of acting, she pauses. So relax muna tayo guys. That pause is the wall the scammers cannot climb, because Marissa's story was never about stupidity. It was about vulnerability, and vulnerability is not a character flaw. It is a human condition. The mistake was not having needs. The mistake was letting strangers answer them without verification. 3 scams taught her not financial literacy seminar ever did. Scammers do not always attack your wallet first. Sometimes they attack the part of you that is tired, lonely, pressured, hopeful, or afraid. And if you do not know the part of yourself someone else will study it for you, then sell exactly what you want to hear.
Greed confessions, where the truth cost extra. Shh.